Good evening, everybody. I am going to address this video to the Style Diet. This person had a video, how to dress for college. And yes, I have been to college. I had to actually drop out because I got a job. And when you do that, that pretty much finishes out your Pell Grant. So, no Pell Grant and living on a budget, you don't go to college. That's okay. Now I'm here on YouTube, so there you go. Now, this person said that she had been to college twice. Why twice? What, did you change your majors? What? I don't know. Love to have the answer to that. How did you strain your neck? I'd like to know that. I'm pretty sure you've probably recovered from that by now, but how long did it take you to recover from your strain? And how much medication did you actually have to go to the doctor, and did you have to get a prescription for what you had? Those are kind of things I'd like to know. Okay, and I looked at your telephone, which was hanging on the wall. You have a white telephone hanging on the wall, and then you have this gray box right next to it. Why the gray box? What is it? I was kind of confused on that. But I can actually tell you, being in college, that one of the things you have to take into consideration is not just the winter time where you have to worry about how warm the classrooms are going to be, but also the summertime. That's right. When you're dealing with spring and fall especially, you get those hot days, you get those cool days, and they never seem to get the temperature quite right. So now you're blasted with a ton of air conditioning, and you can actually freeze in a classroom and then go out in the hot sun afterwards. That can be bad. Yeah, you can get a summer cold just as quick as you can get a winter cold, because if you're freezing the classroom because of air conditioning and then you step out in the hot sun, though, I think you get the point. Okay. I saw the first outfit you had. You had that white shirt, nice looking shirt. I would like to know the denier of that shirt. Personally, having short sleeves and a real thin denier on a shirt like that, first of all, if you have any undergarments beneath that, you might want to tailor the undergarments to what you're wearing in the line of a white shirt, especially if the denier of the shirt is very thin. That could be a very big time consideration. I mean, you know, you don't want to be wearing some kind of two-piece bikini under a shirt like that. Might get noticed, I don't know. But anyway, the thing about the denier of that shirt would be more of whether you'd get cold sitting in an air-conditioned classroom or not. Okay. Obviously, it wouldn't be a shirt you'd wear in the wintertime, but if you're wearing it in the spring or fall, you could freeze your butt off wearing a shirt like that in the classroom. So, just a thought. Alright. I noticed that you said you like wearing flats in college. I think that's a very good idea, especially when people spill food and everything else on the floor. I mean, they drop all kinds of stuff. You hit that with heels, and boy, that could be a real disaster. Yeah, why don't we just short out your spinal cord while we're at it, you know? So, yeah, I think flats are a very good idea for college. Personally, I would wear tennis shoes. I guess you could wear boots, but I think boots might get a little warm, unless, of course, you're in an extremely air-conditioned room, or they didn't turn the heat up high enough in the classroom during the wintertime. But unless you're dealing with winter-type conditions, I would be more apt to wear tennis shoes than to actually wear boots. Alright. Costume jewelry, I completely agree with that. You do not want to be taking expensive jewelry anywhere near a college, because if the kids see it and they think it's really worth something, they'll steal it. Okay? And not all college kids are like this, but let's face it, there are enough of them out there to, you know, especially with times being hard, they being in a lot of debt, yeah, don't tempt them. Okay? You were showing your purse. How heavy is the purse itself? And those straps on that purse, how strong and sturdy are they? I won't even talk about the stitching in the purse. I mean, you know, you get a cheap generic purse and it's not going to hold up very well. You get a really good quality made purse and it might hold up for a while. Something to think about. Okay. You were talking about the washing machine in the background. Why was it so noisy? I'd like to know that. And then you showed off this second shirt. Kind of like to know the denier of that shirt as well. You also had buttons on the shirt. Were they sewn on really good, or were they sewn on shabbily, where they'd end up falling off, and then you have a wardrobe malfunction? That's something to take into consideration. However, I will say of the second shirt that undergarments would not be near as much of an issue under that kind of a shirt than they would be of the first one. So I think the second shirt would be more in tune with wearing in college, whether you have an air-conditioned room or you have a not properly heated room, than, say, the first one. I know you try to be stylish and trendy, but on the other hand, you have to consider your personal comfort. Remember, not only are you going to have to sit in that room, but you're also going to sit in those chairs. And let's face it, those chairs in those colleges are not lazy boys. Okay, they can be really rough chairs to sit in. I know, I was there. And you know, they don't think about aesthetics when they make those college chairs. Anybody says that, they're just fooling themselves. Teacher always gets a nice chair, but the rest of us, yeah, right. We suffer through it. The best thing I can say is when you people are going through college, even if you have to drop out, I would rather you drop out than to end up in a lot of massive debt later on. Remember, that job market is pretty bad out there. And if you end up in a lot of debt and then not land a job, you're in a lot of trouble. So it's something to keep in mind. Don't go spending a whole heck of a lot in college, and more importantly, just try as best you can not to rack up a whole lot of debt, because if you can't pay it off, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Anyway, that's all I got to say for this particular video. I will say that I saw your third outfit. You seem to have such a nice thing with scarves. On your third outfit, I like the shirt a lot better. I think the denier of the shirt is a lot better. It'll make you a lot more comfortable if they just don't work out the temperature conditions in the actual classroom. You don't want to be freezing your butt off in that chair, I guarantee. I honestly, if I was going to college today, I would wear jeans. I would not wear leggings. I really wouldn't. If you want to wear, well, like that second outfit, you had those boots and you had those little legging things on that. You know, the stuff coming out of the boots, those little pink things you were wearing, that would be underneath a blue jean would be very good. But I just personally, to me, I would be wearing tennis shoes, blue jeans, and a nice heavy denier, not really heavy, but a moderately heavy denier shirt, so you wouldn't be too cold in case they get the temperature all screwed up, and they can do that. So anyway, I will tell you more in a future video, so stay tuned.